I think it's a must that I separate the real from the fake today. And when I say it's a must, I mean it's hot outside and you just sweating. It's a must. With everything you do, there's fake and there's real. There's posers with everything you do, whatever you do. You play sports, there's posers in sports. There's posers in basketball. Some people really don't ball like that. And you got some people skateboarding. You don't really skateboard like that. You a poser. You're not really posing. You got some people who are gangster posers. You're not really about that life. You just a poser. Now, in the lane, in the profession that I'm in, there are posers. As an audio dealer, yes, an audio dealer. I am an audio dope dealer. There are posers. When I'm in the studio and I'm making music, see, I start talking, the instrumental comes on and I start talking shit, and then I start rolling up a joint. Once the joint is burning, I'm still talking shit on top of this instrumentation as I'm doing this. So I'm basically just talking, I'm basically smoking and rapping this audio dope up. The dope is there. I'm just smoking and rapping it up. You know what I'm saying? As I'm bagging it, some people, before I distribute it. Now, some people, you could tell they posers. They not really an audio dope dealer like that. They not really an audio dope dealer because they be in the studio and they smoking and they trying to figure out how to rap the dope. They trying to figure out how to wrap up the audio dope. Let me tell you. See, you not, or that's not real. You a poser. See, I'm smoking as I'm wrapping up the audio dope. As I'm on the microphone, as I'm wrapping up the audio dope before I distribute it. See, we different. And every time I get done talking shit and the joint is burnt, the song is done. Every time I take a puff, a line comes into my head as I'm wrapping this up. See, some people get in there and they smoking and they not knowing how to wrap it up. No, they not knowing how to wrap it. And I'm like, look, just, you know what I'm saying? Some people, they getting high, they popping all kind of shit, they taking all kind of shit, they seeing shit, and they taking as much shit as they can to give them the ability to wrap the audio dope up, and man, it's still not working. I don't think we're users. We don't get used by the drugs. You know what I'm saying? We're audio dope dealers. We don't get used by the drug. I'm utilizing this. If I utilize this, if I burn $5, $10 worth of a substance, and then what I'm wrapping up is at least 20 times what I just burnt, who's getting used? I'm making profit. So I think it's time we separate the real from the fake. Yeah, I mean, you high as ever in the studio and you getting used. You not an audio dope dealer. You getting used by the audio. You getting used. You know what I'm saying? We must separate. I never got used by substance. So we gotta separate the real from the fake. There's a lot of posers out here. You know what I'm saying? Every time a joint gets burnt, a song is done. So, I mean, after my session, I looked at the ashtray and I mean, shit, it was a lot of roaches. So if one joint equals one song done, it was a lot of roaches in that ashtray. How many shipments did I wrap up today? You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of roaches in that ashtray. One song equals one joint. It was a lot of roaches in that ashtray. That's all I'm saying. I don't even know if I can count how many roaches was in that ashtray today. That's all I'm saying. We gotta separate the real from the fake.